Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, the Commission on Elections braces for more changes, substitutions, and withdrawals of candidacies as the allowable period ends today. Comelec spokesperson James Jimenez joins us live. A looming vice presidential battle between father and daughter. President Rodrigo Duterte eyes to run for VP amid Mayor Sara Duterte's candidacy. And President Duterte claims Mayor Sara's VP run is a decision of the Bongbong Marcos camp. PDP Laban Secretary General Melvin Matibag tells us more live. Well, the road to the 2022 elections took a wild turn over the weekend with a major shakeup in administration bets for the presidency and vice presidency. Our Melissa Lopez walks us through these political events, which all happened before the deadline of candidate substitutions.
President Rodrigo Duterte's allies caused a ruckus at the Comelec headquarters in Manila over the weekend with shock maneuvers for their top bets for the May 2022 polls. Flanked by multiple PDP Laban allies, Duterte came with Senator Bato de la Rosa and Bongo to formally withdraw their candidacies for president and vice president respectively. The initial tone was they wanted to step aside and give way to presidential daughter Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, who earlier that day sent lawyers to file her documents as a substitute to Lakas CMD's vice presidential aspirant. Sara's presidential bet, Partido Federal's Bongbong Marcos. Security and health protocols were disregarded. Comelec has been limiting the number of companions of aspirants to prevent a COVID-19 super spreader, but that was thrown out the window by allies of the Duterte administration. De la Rosa did pull out of the presidential race only to welcome another contender, Senator Go, President Duterte's longtime aide. But Go shocked political watchers when he announced that he's now running as president of the Federalismo ng Dugong Dakilang Samahan Party or PDDS.
Save the legacy, save the party, save the Filipino people. Ipagpapatuloy ko po ang pagbabago, tuloy ang malasakit at tuloy ang serbisyo.
Presidential Communications Secretary Martin Andanar then claimed that President Duterte himself will be filing a COC on Monday as Go's vice president, bringing PDP Laban back to its original Go-Duterte tandem. But both Energy Secretary and party presidents Alfonso Cusi and Greco Belhica say they're not sure if Duterte will seriously run as VP and slug it out against his own daughter Sara. They admit Saturday's events surprised them too.
Kung ano sabihin ng Pangulong Duterte, doon po kami. Yun lang. This party is theirs. Sila ang inspirasyon nito. Pagka malambot-lambot yung pumalit na presidente next term, balikan ang korupsyon, balikan po ang droga. Yun ayaw natin mangyari.
Cusi adds Go and possibly the elder Duterte's candidacy under PDDS is meant to avoid legal issues as PDP Laban is plagued by an ongoing case between the two warring factions of the party. Monday is the last day for withdrawals and substitutions for 2022, where all tandems will be revealed. Melissa Lopez, CNN Philippines.
And let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Comelec spokesperson James Jimenez. Director James, welcome to the source. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you for having me, Pinky.
So how is it there at Comelec right now? Do you have additional security for the possible arrival, and I say possible arrival, of President Rodrigo Duterte?
Yes, we in fact do. Last Saturday, most of our security forces were deployed towards the back of the building where the designated entrance for candidates were. But now we are deploying our security forces pretty much all over the place, just to make sure that if anyone comes today to take advantage of the last day of withdrawals, then we'll be ready for them.
But is it important, Director James, for the Comelec to be told that in case the President will arrive, meron ho bang dapat pasabi man lang sa Comelec?
Well, that's the ideal situation. No? If you remember, when we did that in Sofitel, we did have an advance party from the PSG. But last Saturday, there was no such advance party, and that perhaps contributed to the confusion that arose.
So I guess you're saying that you're more ready now. So let's talk about the possible health protocols that were violated last Saturday upon the arrival of the President and Senator Bongo. Is this something that the Comelec will have to investigate and look into?
Well, we do have a security committee, and they are studying what happened. One of the things that we did see was that social distancing really all but evaporated with the crush of people who are coming in. Most of them were masked anyway, but still, of course, you want to keep a good distance between individuals, and that's what we saw. The problem really arose because of the orderliness, of the whole process. That's what it affected the most, rather than being a smooth and orderly process. It really, at one point, became very difficult to manage.
So, as we mentioned a while ago, November 15, that's the last day of withdrawals and substitutions. The office will be open until 5 p.m., is that correct?
That's correct. We will be accepting withdrawals and substitutions until 5 p.m.
Hanggang 5 o'clock na lang, today being the last day. So, hindi lang
Today.
po si...
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Director James. I missed a part of what you said. Could you please say it again?
No, I was saying just 5 p.m. today. No extensions, no additional days, just today.
Okay, yan na nga po. Yan ang huling araw at 5 p.m. Today. Pero of course, Director James, aasahan din natin other possible siguro senatorial candidates or aspirants rather who will make their way today there at the Comelec. I wanted to shift topics, Director. This disqualification case against presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos, when will this actually really begin?
Well, first of all, it's a cancellation case. The petition
cancellation.
was to cancel the COC.
Right.
Right. So, summons was served last week, and they now have 5 days to submit an answer. Once they've submitted an answer, the Comelec will set a date for a pre-conference, and after that, they will have 3 days to submit their written memoranda, after which the case will be considered submitted for resolution. Which means that if things, go ordinarily, then we're probably looking at maybe 2 to 3 weeks of waiting before we can actually have a decision.
To be clear on this, wala pa pong date for the pre-conference because I read somewhere a date of November 26. Is this something that you can confirm or clarify?
I can't confirm that right now, but there have been some other cases that have been set for pre-conference on that date. I'm not so sure if the Marcos case itself in particular is scheduled for that date as well.
Okay. So, Director James, as a last siguro statement, paalala na lang po sa mga posibleng dumating dyan ngayong araw and what to expect today.
Well, what to expect? You have to expect that the Comelec will try to really stick to our protocols. We will, as much as possible, enforce these protocols on everyone who comes. So nananawagan po kami doon sa mga darating. Those who are planning to come to the Comelec, please bear in mind that there are limitations to the number of people you can bring with you, and we hope that you can hold yourselves to that standard for the good of the process. Maraming salamat po.
Comelec spokesperson James Jimenez, sir, thank you so much for your time. And we will be taking a short break. The source will be right back.